There was one game in the Premier League today, West Ham taking on Brighton. It would finish goalless. Brighton probably feel aggrieved that they didn't get all 3 points. They were better of the two sides. West Ham offered very little, if anything, going forward. Yet David Moyes' side still remain sixth in the table, clear of Brighton by 3 points. Frank Leboeuf joins us, he's back with us. Frank, I want to start with you, Shaka, though, as a former West Ham player. Sixth in the table, great, but it's these sort of performances, aren't they? It's just going to frustrate West Ham supporters so much.
Absolutely. Listen, I think the club has achieved a lot under David Moyes, winning Europa Conference League last season, top 6 finishes. But his style frustrates. And while, yes, you're right, he gets results, and there has been no progress to West Ham's style of play. And that is particularly frustrating for a club such as West Ham, especially against somebody, and as good as Brighton have been, if you're a West Ham fan, you're thinking, traditionally, we're better than Brighton. But Brighton come to East London and completely dominate possession at the very least. Areola didn't have too much to do himself, but they completely dominated possession. West Ham played this usual counter-attacking style, and truth be told, it wasn't that enjoyable as a home fan.
But to his critics, Stevie, you can say, look, I've just beaten Arsenal, beaten Manchester United, we're sixth in the table.
Yeah, I can't argue with it. The problem is, it's one thing to do that away from home. The frustrating thing is to do it at home. I mean, 781 passes Brighton had. At least half of those were under no pressure. They were just backing off and backing off and backing off. Now, I'm sorry, if I'm a West Ham fan and I'm turning up this time of the year, I want something to cheer about. And they don't give you anything to cheer about. It's boring, is what it is. But as you said, if you're getting points, is it better than being in a relegation battle? But it's tough to watch.
In Moyes' defence, Jarrod Bowen has been West Ham's best player for the last couple of seasons. The most exciting players, other than Bowen, are Kudus and Paqueta, both missing today. So that took away a lot from well, the watchability of West Ham. But
would they have played any different had those two?
Well, they
no,
they wouldn't have played any different. To your question.
Frank, did you enjoy this?
Of course not. I mean, on the West Ham side, of course not, because it's not enough. Yes, Paqueta wasn't there. Yes, Kudus wasn't there as well. But they have enough players, and I think about World Pros, and of course Bowen, and even Fornals. They can Benrahma. I mean, they are very offensive, talented player, and I don't get it. I mean, yes, you have to be strong defensively in order to manage something offensively. But when you have only one option, like Conte or Mourinho tried to explain with Spurs last year, and we see the difference this season, there is no excuse for David Moyes for not trying to get something on top of being good defensively. If today you don't have Areola, they lose the game. He made like 3 big saves, and yeah, defensively they were good, but without a fantastic goalkeeper, and he's been this for many times since season. I mean, lately, they would have lost that game. So therefore, they have nothing else to offer but praying for the goalkeeper to be good, very good, and to be good enough defensively. But it's not enough because you have the possibility with the other players. In another hand, Brighton should have scored goals. You know, they had so much opportunities, especially second half. I don't understand how they sometimes miss the chances. And it wasn't boring because you have always something to get out of the game. But from West Ham, for me, it's really not enough.